Hey guys, welcome back. This is Miss Remington, and probably some of you who know this game better than I do are probably really frustrated at me for the fact that I probably should have used Spirit Sight on Damien's path during the dance. I'm just a huge fucking nerd who likes to follow the rules. So I'm not going all the way back to do that one, because, fuck that. I mean, maybe if you guys really want it, I'll do an old save, whatever, but, I mean, come on, guys, really? Okay. But, I'm serious, if you guys want it, I'll totally do it, and I won't complain about it anymore, I promise. I'm just complaining now because it's fucking 4 in the morning, and I've been doing this, and not that this isn't fun, I'm just saying, I don't want to have to go back again, because I've been doing that a lot tonight. Because I keep fucking up, because I'm really bad at games. So, now that I've gotten through all that, time to figure out what classes I'm going to do this week. Looks like I need blue and green and white Swole Study. Yeah, that looks nice. Yay! I got Farsight. Yay! Yay! I got Boost Strength. Life energy to temporarily increase physical strength. Huh. Yay! Awareness. Expands the caster's mind to visualize nearby locations, marking them known. Hey! Hi guys, what's up? Want to earn some easy merits? Doing what? Fuck, did I give this guy a voice? Fuck, I don't think I did. What voice should I give him?
Butching and baking and candlestick making.
Butching, that's not the right word.
It could be. She's a horse.
You ever been kicked by one? What did you want me to do again? He already said, are you in or not? Okay. Fine, lead on. Lead on! The boys lead me to a classroom with a stove set up at the back, normally used for potions making. There are several pots and a collection of metal cylinders on the floor nearby. They don't have lids and they're not the right size for any pipes I know of. What are they? Ah, there you are! Now, if you'll just hold still for a moment, a wave of green magic rolls over me. That should improve your resistance to heat and stop you from burning yourself too easily. Of course, you'll still need to be careful. Especially you, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yes, ma'am.
You have an instruction sheet here with all of the steps, including the proportions for the dyes and fragrance oils. Do you have any questions? We're cool. Alright, I'm going out for a while, but I'll be back shortly to keep an eye on things. Don't worry, I won't interfere. I might even bring my knitting. She walks out, leaving me with 2 boys who obviously haven't told me everything. What are we doing here? Making candles. It's for the fundraiser thing. Oh, right. Are any of these mine? Yours? Because I'm treasurer, I got to pick the design for the freshman candles. Oh, I don't know then.
What we got here is all the same type, so it's only one class.
Ah, so she's not still mad at you about last week then? Who, Potsdam? Nah, she was never really mad. She loves me.
If she loves you so much, why doesn't she marry you?
What? She's an old lady, you goon. She's not that old, but too old for you, I'm sure. And we shouldn't talk like this in case she comes back. Right, candles. So how does it work? Set up the wick, melt the wax, pour it in, then cool it down. Easy. You can cast a seal spell, right? No. Alright, you run the wax, and Lou can do the wicks.
Sure.
Okay, the wax is set up in a double boiler. Make sure Okay, the wax is set up in a double boiler. Make sure there's always water in there, and keep an eye on the temperature. If the wax gets too hot, it will explode. Explode! That's why Potsdam heat-proofed us. Just keep an eye on it. As long as you're watching, we'll have time to catch it if it starts going wrong. When the wax chunks are melted down, mix in the oil and the color, then stir it with a wooden spoon. Have you done this before? No, I read the directions. It's not that hard. Sorry. Once the pot is ready, you can pour it into the molds. And what are you going to do while we're working? I get the hard part. You'll see. Working together. Fuck. Luke and I assemble and fill candle molds. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, stand back. Here I go. I can feel the magic in the air, but I'm not sure what he's doing. What's that? Shh! Hang on! He's still casting it? Okay, this is a tougher spell than usual. A minute later, he relaxes. There you go. You can cut off the ends now. I look inside the mold. Not only has the wax cooled, but it's shrunk in away from the sides of the mold completely evenly. You can't cool it all at once or it'll collapse, and if you leave it to cool on its own, it sinks full of holes, so it's tricky. Couldn't you just shape the wax around the wick in the first place without melting it?
It wouldn't work right afterwards. It wouldn't blend right.
And so we produce a nice set of candles. None of the steps are terribly difficult, but done over and over it is tiring. Wonderful work, ducklings! 10 merits for each of you. A job well done. Look at me, I got 15 merits. Taking gyms, like this. I got swole. Studying, yay. Ellen and I meet outside the gym. There are a lot of people here, not just students, but ordinary people and families who must have driven up here to see the play. After we buy our tickets, we can go inside. Ooh, I am poor as fuck. Folding chairs have been set up in rows across the gym floor, facing the stage. Behind the stage, a giant backdrop painting hangs on the wall, displaying marble pillars and steps to suggest a fantasy of ancient Greece. At least it looks like a painting. It's probably an illusion. That's got to be a lot easier than having to paint something so huge. Jesus! This game version of myself has no suspension of disbelief at all. 1 out of 10, Jesus. We find a place to sit without anyone too tall in front of us. After a while, the show begins. It was every bit as tragic as Ellen suggested, and bloody, too. Nice special effects, though. You act as though those things are mutually exclusive. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Isn't that Shakespeare? No, it was someone else. Cosgrove, I think, from The Morning Bride. So, what's that one about? Another story of murder and revenge? Sort of. It's complicated. Let me see if I can remember. The rebel leader kidnaps the princess, but then they fall in love and get secretly married. But then there's a shipwreck and she's washed up alone and rescued by her father, the king. So the king wants to marry her off to this ally, and she doesn't dare tell him she's already married to his enemy, and she thinks the rebel fellow is dead anyway. Only he's not, because he washed up somewhere else and is rescued by a queen who falls in love with him, and the king falls in love with the queen, but they're enemies. So everybody loves someone who loves someone else, and they all try to murder the people that they think they have betrayed them, and then they feel guilty and try to change their minds. Only it's too late because the plots are already in motion, so they all end up killed by their own assassins. So the moral is, I guess, that revenge is dangerous. Or else, don't change your mind. Even if a man treated me like Jason, I would never do what Medea did. Well, of course you wouldn't do that. But if someone I love betrayed me... She took it way too far. But Jason deserved to suffer for the way he treated her. You can't let people get away with that. He should have been punished. I suppose. You know what they say, don't get mad, get even. Just, you know, not by killing people. Bad plan. I hear someone nearby snicker, but when I turn to look, I can't tell who it was. Half the audience is still milling around after all. Anyway, thanks for coming with me. No problem. On Sunday morning, I get up early and go to the staff morning... Did I say Sunday or Saturday? And go to the staff room to collect the mail. Remington, there you are! Here, let me give you a hand with this. We need to get moving. Where are we going? To the mall, for the fundraiser! You did say you'd cover my shift, remember? Right. What shift is that? Well, because we're only lowly freshmen, we're supposed to do the last shifts, and all the officers have to help set up first thing in the morning, so we're going to be there all day. I mean, you are. I'm really sorry about this. It's just that I promised someone and I can't. I'll make it up to you somehow. It's alright. Anyway, let's get them all out. Let's get the mail out. Minnie and I delivered the mail, including our own allowances, and then took a van to the mall with Professor Grabiner, the other student officers, and the goods for our booth. The booth looked very festive with all the candles. It should do well. Anyway, I'm free for most of the day. I can do whatever I want as long as I don't leave. What should I do? I want to see what else I can do at the games. Blah, blah, blah. Play dance games. I work up a sweat jumping and tapping to the latest hits. It's more fun than gym class. Strength increases by 1. Yay! As the day passes, I grow more and more bored with the mall. It's a fun place to visit, but, well, nobody lives here, but wandering around all day with nowhere to go and nothing much to do gets old. It's getting dark and cold in here. On the bright side, that makes a display of candles look that much more inviting. At last, it's time for my turn at the booth. To my surprise, Professor Grabiner is standing behind the booth when I arrive. Sir? Do not worry, miss. I am only here to supervise. I am not a salesman. No, I can't imagine he'd be a very good one. Take your place. I will be sitting over there if you have need of me. And only if you have need. I do not appreciate being interrupted while I am reading. Yes, sir. I step behind the booth and look over the current supplies. Once I've taken count of what's available, I get to work smiling at the passersby, hoping to encourage them to check out my wares. An older student pauses by the booth. Oh, the candles! Do you want to buy one? I know we're supposed to be taking money from non-magical people, but I don't think it's against the rules to sell to witches. She picks one up one of my pink peppermint pillars and sniffs at it. Pink and peppermint? Do you really think that goes together? Apparently someone does. They've been selling. I suppose a small child might find them cute. Well, perhaps you should leave them for the children, then. She rolls her eyes at me, but leaves. More people are coming by to check out the candles, and a few buy some. More after I learn to start telling everyone it's a fundraiser for a school. Well, it is. And time passes, and passes, and passes. I don't have a watch, and I'm not sure how long these shifts are supposed to be anyway. When do we get to go home? I could ask the professor, but he said not to bother him, so... At last, with a great clattering metal, the shops of the mall begin to close. Professor Grabiner blinks and looks up from his book. Miss? What time? What time is it? I don't know, sir. I start to wobble, and he leaps from his seat to catch me. Idiot girl, have you not sat down for all this time? No, sir. He sighs. Well, I can't take you back like this. Someone would assume I'd worked you to the bone on purpose. Come along, then. What? 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 Grabiner, stop! Professor Hot Dad! Hot Dad Syndrome! After a quick detour to lock up the remaining supplies and money, he leads me to the glen. Have you been here before? Once. Sit. Say nothing. I will order. A few minutes later, I have a cup of something hot in front of me. What is this? Chai. It's sweet and spicy and makes my throat burn a bit. That's a normal thing. That's not magic. Thanks. It shouldn't have been necessary if you had any sense. I suppose I should be thankful you didn't simply lock your knees and faint. Falling face first into a table full of candles? Ouch. I've never been alone in a social situation with Grabiner before. I don't really know what to say now. So, what were you reading? Nothing that would interest you. Well, I can't know if I'm interested if I don't know what it is. Or else I am interested because I don't know. The title is Some Anomalies in the Interpretations of Fragmentary Great Appendage Arthropod Fossils from Lower Cambrian Shales. Oh, he likes fossils! Oh. As I said. What does that mean? Concern yourself with your own studies, miss. If you have more than enough work... You have more than enough work ahead of you as it is. Yes, sir. Guess he's not much for small talk. After a while, a waiter places a small plate of bright red berries in the center of the table. I already know what these are, so I take one. As expected, the burst of strawberry juice makes me feel a little better. Professor Grabiner's face doesn't change at all despite the sweet treat. I suppose it's too much to expect that it would cheer him up. We should go. Yes, sir. Thank you again. Wow, that was weird. That was really weird. That was very weird. Jesus. Sorry. That's just... I have mixed feelings. I kind of told my friend, or maybe we're friends? I don't know if they consider me a friend, but the person who did this stream before I did this stream before I started playing this game, I told them that since I didn't know before that Grabiner was a romance option in this game, that after I was done with Damien's route, I would try my diddly darndest to get Grabiner's route, because I really wanted romance hot dead professor, even though at first I thought he was a raging douchebag, and, you know, I called him Snape and everything, but come on, Alan Rickman's pretty attractive too, so, I mean, win-win. But, I'm just fucking trash, I guess. So, in that case, in any case, I guess I should say, that's it for today, and, for this episode, I mean, and, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye!
Turn to page 394.